Hi everyone, my name is Sheila Lee and I'm a certified music therapist, primarily working in Richmond and Vancouver, BC. And I wanted to share with you some of the things that my team and I have been doing to lead in-person music therapy sessions during the COVID-19 pandemic. So in March 2020, we were all asked to suddenly stop our sessions, self-isolate, quarantine, stay at home in order to keep our clients and ourselves safe. We then gradually began to offer online telehealth sessions to our clients, and some of our clients chose that option and some decided to just take a break and stop altogether. Then in June, we gradually started to offer in-person music therapy sessions again. And then now it's September 2020 and we're starting to open up a little more and offer in-person group music therapy sessions. So we primarily work in private practice. And even though we have tried our best to pay attention to the guidelines set out by the Vancouver Coastal Health, which is one of the health authorities here, and WorkSafe BC, and the BC Centre for Disease Control, there's still a lot of things that we as music therapists need to figure out on our own. And especially in private practice, there's so many things that we're learning as we go along. So I am hoping to make a video just to provide you some tips and show you some of the things that we have been doing. By no means am I saying that these are the things that you are supposed to be doing or that these are the right things to be doing. I'm just hoping to share with you some of the things that have worked for us and that will hopefully help out you as well. So I'm going to show you some of the things that we've been using in the studio, and then I'm going to take you down to see Mary, who's going to talk a little bit more about the group music therapy sessions. So over here on the table is my collection of cleaning supplies. There's a bottle here of a bleach and water solution. You can go online and figure out what the correct proportion is for bleach to water. So there's some things that we have realized that we want to use bleach and water for, so we put on gloves and we use paper towels and we spray things down with the bleach and water solution. These are Lysol wipes, disinfecting wipes, and they are supposed to kill 99.99% of viruses and bacteria. And so, again, we've used some of these on our instruments. I've used these on the piano before. I'm not sure if that's the best thing. In time, I guess we'll find out if it's going to be damaging to the wood or to the plastic keys. But in the name of health, we've decided that wiping them down is the best thing right now, even if it might not be the best thing for the instruments. I've purchased wet ones, and these are also antibacterial hand wipes. And if you look at some of the wet ones, you'll see that they say they are safe for hand and mouth. So look very carefully at the label. And so I use these when I'm cleaning instruments that some of my younger clients might put into their mouths. So it's just a little extra caution there. If I know that they're going to be putting their mouths, then I'd opt to use the wet ones. There's hand sanitizer everywhere. As soon as clients come into the building, they're asked to sanitize their hands, and then we have bottles of these in each of the studios. And then for myself, my hands get really dry because I am constantly cleaning things and using these harsh chemicals. And so I put on Glycol-Med hand cream at the end of the day, or every time I have a long enough break that it makes sense to use it. And that just helps keep my hands a little more moisturized. Whenever I use paper to hand out either forms to my clients or hand out song sheets, or for whatever reason I need to hand out paper, I'll put them into a plastic sheet like this so that I can wipe it down later on and disinfect it that way. A lot of my instruments are being stored in plastic containers because, again, then I can easily sanitize the plastic container. If the container was a wicker basket or made of wood, then they're a little harder to clean. So with the plastic containers, I can dunk them into hot water and dish soap, or bleach them down, let them dry overnight. Or if I want to clean my instruments then I can place them inside the containers, the plastic containers, and let them dry overnight. I'm trying my best to use plastic instruments as much as possible, or metal. If some things are made of wood, then I also have to consider carefully, can I clean those or not? So there's a lot of things to think about when choosing instruments. Can I clean them? Are they safe to use with my clients? Are they safe for my clients to share in between them? I won't bring out all my clients, I won't bring out all my instruments for one client. I have a few bins. So maybe bin number 1 is for the first client, and then I'll put that aside. And when the next client comes, I'll use the second bin. And then if I have time, then I'll clean those 2, maybe let them dry overnight, and then the next day use a third bin or a fourth bin. So that way I'm not cleaning all of my instruments at once, and it also gives a little extra time for the cleaning products to work. There's also a question of wearing masks during sessions. So if I'm in a room where I'm not able to stay at least 6 feet or 2 meters away from my clients, I am wearing masks. And even if it's big enough for us to be physically distanced, I usually wear the mask anyways. You may have asked yourself, well, should I use these disposable types of masks that are one-time use and I throw them away, or using reusable ones such as these? So I tend to use these cloth ones because it's just a little more economical and it's a little more environmentally friendly. So at the end of the day, I wash them and then I'm using the same one in between clients. So I'm not saying that this is the right thing to do. I'm saying that this is what works for me. I have extra masks in case one becomes really soiled or wet. Then I can change it out. But that's something to consider. Do you want to use these disposable ones, or use something that can be reused over and over again and just wash in between? Guitars are definitely harder to clean. For now, I am not giving the opportunity for my clients to touch the guitar. And so this way, I'm the only one that's using my particular guitar. And then when I need to, then I'll use some of the wipes on the guitar. I hate using it, but again, in the name of safety, sometimes I will have to find a way to disinfect and clean them. The strap here, these are hard to clean, to really know 100% if I'm cleaning them properly. So again, just trying to keep the guitar for myself, not sharing with others, and then doing my best to wipe them down as best I can. So there you go. I hope that's been helpful for you. Like I said, these are just things that I've been trying out and I'm still learning as I go along, and hopefully these things are helpful for you. So right now, I'm going to take you downstairs to go see Mary, who is leading a group in-person music therapy session for adults, and we're going to have a little chat with her about what has worked for her today in terms of keeping everybody safe while still being able to be together to make music. All right, see you in a bit.
Hi there, my name is Mary Cobham, certified music therapist. I'm going to talk a little bit about what me and my colleagues are doing to keep our clients safe when we do music therapy in groups. So at first, before clients even walk in the building, we ask that they put on a mask, and when I greet them at the door, before they go any further, I ask them to sanitize their hands before coming into the studio. Now we're in the studio. We, when possible, open the door at least from time to time to get some extra ventilation. We try our best to space the chairs 2 meters apart, and we use plastic chairs so that they can be wiped down more easily than fabric chairs. Instead of handing out instruments and collecting them, what we do is put instruments underneath each chair, ready to go. After clients have played them, we ask them that they just put them back on the floor, and at the end of session, I collect them all and put them in a bucket to be cleaned after that. And after sessions are finished, we wipe down the chairs, tables, and music stands the instruments and anything else that gets used in the session. So one thing we're trying right now is just keeping a table in front of us when we do a group leading session, and that is just to keep 2 meters distance in case there are any clients who don't understand how to do that or have a tendency to walk up to you. We're also ending sessions a little bit earlier to have time to do all of this sanitizing because it really does take a lot of time. It's a little bit awkward to have everybody so much more distant than we used to. I used to really like to tuck my groups in before because I felt that it was easier to contain a group and I didn't have to stream my voice as much. So that's kind of a downside of things right now. I am thinking about using a microphone, like a headset microphone potentially, so that I don't wear my voice out. Lastly, you might notice there's tape along the floor here. That was actually done by this school, and because this is a dance studio. And it's another cue that can help people understand how to stay in their box and keep their distance. Lastly, some of your interventions may need to be different. I used to always love to do a group dance in my adult groups, and since we don't really want to encourage that now, one idea is to have everybody in the circle clap while people come in and dance one at a time or with their helpers, so 2 at a time. It's just one way that maybe we can turn a constraint into something that's actually kind of fun to do.
Right, thanks everyone for watching this. Good luck with your groups. We hope these were helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at shealymusic@gmail.com. All right, thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you.